Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Between Knits and Purls. I'm one of your hosts, Emily. I'm in a dreary, rainy Alaska today, and you can find me on the interwebs as Andersmillknits.
And I'm your second co-host, Stephanie, and I'm coming to you guys from the great state of Kentucky, where it is definitely warm, summer, and we're in the thick of it. I can be found on Instagram and Ravelry as Farmsteadknits.
Woohoo! Okay, I just have to say that I just love your newish username, right?
I'm loving it too. I used to be Hot Pink Socks because I had an old blog, but I tried to scrunch everything into what I do, with our growing things in our garden and our desire to homestead and farm and knitting, and yeah, it's working out.
Yeah, it really is. Oh, it just suits you so much. Well, I mean, speaking of that, what did you guys do this morning?
Oh, early this morning, we got up. The college that my husband works for is a sustainability college. And so they have one of the longest running student-owned farms and greenhouses in the United States. And so yes. And it was actually one of the very first, and I'm not going to say the first, but one of the very first integrated student populations as well, as far as a college in the United States. It's got a long history, and it's really a unique place.
That is so cool.
It is. And so he got an email last night that said they are opening the farm to faculty and staff for blueberry picking early. So we went down to the organic farm, my littlest and we picked, I think, almost 7 pounds of blueberries this morning. And I'm not kidding you guys. They were the size of a button. They were so big.
They were bigger than your thumb, it looks like.
I held up my thumb for reference, and they're so good. They're all organic. Nothing is sprayed down at the farm. So it was quite the treat.
Well, what are you going to do with the 7 pounds? Are you going to make preserves or what?
Should you ask? So after I wash them in the sink, I lay them out on sheet pans like you would use for cookies. And I put them in the freezer, because once an individual berry is frozen, they won't clump together or stick. So then I can put them in a freezer bag, put them in. I will do smoothies. I will do blueberry muffins, pancakes, waffles, and then probably a little bit of preserves, and then we'll eat some fresh. So
nice. Yeah, that's what we do here. I'll tell you guys, I've never had one, and I don't know if the lower 48 has this or not, but we call it we call it the blueberry claw in my family, but
the cone.
Yes. So it's not just an Alaska thing. Okay.
Yes.
I've never had one, and I want one so bad this year to go do it.
It is the most unique thing. If you have a low-lying bush blueberry that kind of grows all over the surface, it's a toothed bucket, and you literally just comb right through it, and it picks up and holds those berries in it. It's very unique. Yeah.
I want that for this year, because that's exactly what you were just saying about what you do with your blueberries. That's what we do as well. Mm-hmm. But I didn't get to do that last year. Why didn't I? I don't know. But anyway, it'll be great, girl. But I want to wish everybody a happy first ever National Juneteenth Day. Did you know, Steph, that this is now a national holiday?
No,
today?
I didn't.
Yes. So today marks so Juneteenth has been celebrated for over 100 years now by African American community to represent the emancipation, the last of the people who were enslaved. It took 2 years for them to get notified of the Emancipation Proclamation. Right. And I believe it was in Texas that they heard about that happened. And that was on June 19th. And so it's kind of like
very cool.
The 4th of July for emancipation. And
Proclamation.
Yes. So I want to wish everybody a happy Juneteenth.
That's right. Cheers.
Yes. Cheers.
I'm drinking Fresca with fresh berries, in case anyone cares.
Yes. black iced tea lemonade with half
Ooh,
as much sweet. So it's really, really tart.
I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. But we're going to celebrate by going up and having dinner with Jeremy's parents. And it's going to be great.
That'll
So
be fun.
yes. So who knows? Maybe, I mean, because it's now a federal holiday, maybe next year people will be getting it off with paid leave.
Oh, that could be fun. You don't even think about that hardly anymore now.
Yes, exactly.
You know? I always wonder, what holiday is it today when there's no mail?
I know, right? You gotta wonder. But
so besides blueberry picking, I harvested half of my garlic bed.
That's right. You sent me pictures.
Yep. Yeah. So we also will do a little bit of fresh garlic, but mostly what we do is we take it and then we what's called, you kind of harden it off so it goes into its dormant stage so you can store it for long term. So we dry them out. I use old screens and you just lay them out so the air can circulate underneath and through them.
Do you wash them first?
Because I don't. I just kind of take my hand and brush the dirt off because mostly it's going to dry and the papery part that goes around the clove will just start to brush off as well. So it'll take about 3 weeks. And then after 3 weeks, they're ready. And I usually braid them into a nice big clove braid. So.
Oh yeah, that's why you see those. That's how it works.
And that's only with the soft neck garlic. The hard neck garlic, they cut off and it just kind of has that stem looking thing to it. But the soft neck garlic, it'll be real bendy and pliable so that you can braid that together.
That is so cool. And you won't have vampires coming to your house.
That better not. I'll just breathe on them.
Exactly. It's like astounding to me that you're already harvesting things. Like when you said that you guys went blueberry picking this morning, I was like, what?
Well, and truth be told, this is even still in my mind early for me because we just most recently moved from Iowa, which was 4B in the zone of growing. We're in 6B, so we're 2 whole growing zones further ahead in the season. So that's why we're so much warmer and we're earlier. I will probably get 3 growing seasons versus 1 to 1.5 in Iowa. So we will be able to then replant in September, again, all of the fall crops, green beans, peas, sugar snap peas, broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage. So we'll have 3 growing seasons in this zone. So I'm excited about that.
That is so cool. Yeah. We get 1.
Yeah. Well, and in Iowa, that's, we got 1, maybe kind of half of 1.
Yeah.
Just because it gets so cold. So
yeah. But isn't that astounding? So,
something new.
I mean, if I was a farmer, I'd be wanting to farm in that zone that you're in. Yeah.
Yes.
That's for sure. Yeah. But
cucumbers are coming on, green beans, tomatoes are green. They're not, ready to eat, but you can start seeing the tomato buds on the plant. So
yeah,
I'm excited.
So for those of you who are interested, Stephanie will continue to keep us updated on her little farmstead that she's got going on, which is technically not even a farmstead. I mean, you just have a regular neighborhood plot.
I do, but there's a lot of things you can do to grow your own food, a lot of things for sustainability. We do kombucha at our own house. We do a lot of fermentation, all those things to try and promote good gut health, nutrition, all those things. So
yeah,
if you ever want to know more, just look on my Instagram. I'm sure I'll put up a little something, something random I'm doing that day.
Yep. Well, speaking of kombucha, so last night I met up with an old friend of the podcast. She was maybe our second or third interviewee.
Yes.
Knits or Alex.
Yes.
And she was telling me about her. Oh my gosh, we had so much fun. Like my throat hurt, my belly hurt from laughter after we finished. Yeah. And she was telling me about her kombucha that she grows and that she ferments. I don't know. And now I never really thought that I could do something like that here. I mean, I know how people do it in the lower 48, but for some reason I think to myself, can't do that in Alaska. I just always have these.
Totally do it.
Yeah. And so she and I talked for a long time about that, and I'm going to totally start that next week when we get back from camping. So
I want some of her honey from her bees.
Yeah, she told me I get to come over and see the beehive.
Okay, so that needs to be like an episode on its own.
Yeah. Okay, so I know this is not tossing wool, but so she came out with a pattern this week called Busy Bumble's Cowl, and I commented on her, said I have to get it because she's doing a sale, and I was like, oh, I'm going to go over and buy it. Yes. But no, she gifted it to me.
I have to make that. Oh my gosh.
And so I have these really crazy colors. I mean, they're not bees, but.
No, but you know what? It would almost be reminiscent of a flying ladybug.
Yes.
Oh, that'd be cute.
Can't wait.
What weight is that?
So these are it. So she gives you directions for both fingering weight and worsted weight. So I'm doing the fingering weight, although I could easily do the worsted weight in some of my other wedding yarns that I've got. Yes. So I might be doing this cowl twice.
Oh my gosh, I love anything bees. I adore it. Oh.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Alex. That is a beautiful pattern. I'm gonna have to go look that one up now too, because I've been seeing her posting that on Instagram.
Yeah. And she what's the name? I can't ever. She's an insect scientist. I can't remember the scientific name.
It's something ethologist. Yeah. And extremely smart is what I call her.
Yes, exactly. And so she's got all these different cowls of different insects that are out. And I just like the whole series is
cute.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yes, they're super cute.
She was telling me about how she's been out all this week setting traps for insects, and that she's starting the rounds of everything, and how her bees are doing. And I'm just like, you really do live the life, don't you? And she just laughed.
It's super interesting. Yeah.
Aww. My life this week hasn't been so great. Nope. I got really sick Sunday night, and I was like the stomach flu kind of a thing. Sure. I stopped throwing up by the middle of the day on Monday, but then I was still really sick or weak. I kept on having like sweats and everything through the end of Tuesday. And then Wednesday, I attended my uncle's funeral, who died of COVID complications. And so, but the ground was frozen up here. So he was cremated, and he served as a specialist in the Vietnam War. So we want him buried. Yeah. And he never spoke of his time in Vietnam, but
that's not uncommon, especially Vietnam vets. It was so, from my understanding, it was so traumatic in what they saw. And of course, PTSD was never around then. It wasn't a diagnosis. It wasn't a true entity. And so many men, potentially women, depending on, what they were doing at that point, struggled so much.
Yeah.
It was put it out of sight, out of mind, don't want to talk about it.
Exactly. And I think that's exactly what Uncle Tom did. Oh. And, I've been talking to you, Steph, about the whole funeral. It was for me, it was very sad, not just because it was Uncle Tom's funeral, but because, another thing is that my Aunt Carol, his wife, had passed away while I was living in Oregon, and I couldn't get up for her funeral. So they were buried in the same plot. Nice. And so this was the first time I got to see Aunt Carol's gravestone. And
I bet that was emotional.
Yeah, sorry, I'm getting emotional now.
Yeah.
So
that's a hard thing to do, without having that closure as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also just that there was only me and my two cousins at the funeral. And I know that wasn't proper English, my two cousins and I. And I just thought to myself, like, Uncle Tom was such an amazing man. And I really admired him. He gave up his whole life to care for my aunt who was really sick, and then for his daughter, my cousin, who is also very ill. And to have his entire life just come down to just 3 people to celebrate it. It made me very, very sad and disappointed in humanity, honestly. So, sorry. I didn't want to cry.
You don't have to be sorry. This is real life, raw emotion. Yeah.
So, I really want to honor him.
I'm proud of you for making the trip to go and to represent your family. That was very, very good on your part.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And so I was having such a rough time. Normally something like that I would probably post about on social media because it was a beautiful event, honestly, and sharing that. But because of my feelings of disappointment and honestly anger, I can
understand that.
I couldn't do it, right?
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah. And I got to visit Grandpa and Grandma's grave there. Got a picture at their grave site too.
Yeah.
So, that was it was a really good day. So
it's one of those things you never say like, oh, I went to go see people in the grave and it was a great day. It's not that kind of a great day, but it's a good reminder, when you're reminiscing or you're thinking about the legacy of somebody. I understand.
Exactly. I'll keep crying if we keep talking about this. So we should change the subject.
New channel. Change the channel.
Because I could talk ad nauseum about how wonderful all these people are that I got to go and see.
Yeah.
But,
Sure. Yeah.
There is a time and a place, and this is not the Emily therapy hour. Bye, my love. Sorry, Jeremy's leaving for work, guys.
That's too funny. Oh my goodness.
Now that he's gone, I can take out my headphones.
You're so cute. What do you want to dive into first? Do you have any, let's see. Do you have any F&O? You have FOs, don't you?
Yes, but you talk about yours first because I still need to compose myself, please. Thank you.
I finished these beautiful socks.
Oh, they're so gorgeous.
That I've been working on. This is the blueberry waffle pattern, and this is the DK weight yarn. And why am I drawing a blank on her yarn right now?
We just reviewed it. No.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Little biches. Little
Bishop stitches. There you go. Thank you.
So I still haven't even broken into mine. So this is mine.
Well, when you do, it will be wonderful. But this is her DK weight sock, and I'm showing you the spring on these bad boys because I am so excited.
Yes.
And they smell like lavender. I have whole leaf lavender that is dried, and I keep it in my knitting box where I store all my finished projects. Yeah. So this is lavender. Anyway, yes. Little Bishop stitches. She's got fantastic yarn. I think, don't quote me, I think she has maybe 1 or 2 Christmas advents left in her shop. Oh my goodness.
And you want to order that now because she's in Germany. So although our package came really fast considering.
Super fast. I was pleasantly surprised, to be honest with you. So
yeah.
But yes, those are awesome. Those are going to be for me. I'm super excited.
Have you tried them on yet?
I did, and they fit perfect. They're I wear a standard women's size 8. So I wanted them not super snug, but I wanted them to fit pretty decent because with a heavier gauge or heavier weight yarn, sometimes they, slip around a little bit. So
yeah.
Anyway, super excited with those. Yeah. And then along my summer sock camp 2021. Yep. I finished another pair of socks.
On fire.
It's an obsession. They're so fun. And you put them on the needles and, when you get 10 minutes here, you pick it up and you do it. And when you get a chance to sit down, they just fly. So my own goal is to see how many socks I can knit through this whole thing. And I'm also doing with Boston Jen the summer splash pad. Is that what it's called?
The splash pad party. Yeah.
There you go. Splash pad party.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that with her too, which is really fun. She's got some great stuff up right now on her channel for that too. Yeah. So I'm just happily knitting along and doing what I'm doing. These are Lemonade Shop.
They're so pretty.
They're fun. And I know it's showing more blue than periwinkle, but there are definitely rows of periwinkle purple in here.
Yeah. Yeah. So I can see the splashes, at least on my end. So, oh, they're so pretty.
Yay. So like those are mine.
All this week you've been posting your progress on these socks, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. What has it been? 12 hours and another sock is done?
And then Emily will text me, are you kidding me? No, I just, and I'm sure I stay up way too late knitting, and I should not be, but I do. And
I hear you. It
happens. Yeah. How about you, my lady? What do you have for an FO?
Well, I finally get to show off my Graceful test knit. I'm trying not to make a mess here because Monster Knits published her pattern on this week, and she has a sale going on. So this thing is, I mean, way long, like not even, okay, hold on. Let me go to half. Okay, so half of the pattern is longer than my wingspan. So that's like
so pretty.
3 times my wingspan, but
that's gonna wrap so beautifully around you. Oh my goodness.
And then I added in this pop of pink.
I love that. And I love that you only did it on one side, because it's almost like a collar that'll come around with that little bit of color. I
have no idea how to wrap this at the moment, but that's going
to be very pretty.
So excited about this. So as a reminder, this is knit with M1 Yarns, Jamie, and that's her name, Jamie. And she dyed up this yarn especially for me for my wedding. So for the life of me, I can't find my tag to remember what the name of the colorway is. Something about a forest.
I was going to say something forest. I think she has them still on the website if you guys are interested. And definitely go check out her yarns because they're beautiful.
Yeah. And this is the one that's the most popular that she did for me. She tells me that this one's selling really well. This one is called Wedding in the Woods.
Yes. With the
And this is all my colors. Kind of, I don't know if I would call it speckled or
marled, kind of marled in there.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
So it's beautiful. And so yes, I'm very happy about that. And then this is her pink from that she dyed up for me.
And that was a labor of love. That was some hardcore lace knitting.
Yes, it was. And there's a couple times that I messed up. I'm trying to find one. Okay, so this panel right here, that's what that's supposed to look like.
Okay.
However,
did you just miss it on the other side?
There it is. It doesn't look bad messed up, but there's no discernible pattern messed up.
But that's okay.
So, but it doesn't look bad. But
that's when they say only a knitter would know,
right?
To look for that. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was totally user error because the pattern for these lace panels repeat over and over again. So it was totally user error. And also my problem is that even when I'm looking at a lace chart, I have a hard time visualizing what the finished product will be.
Sure.
So
you do better with a written description on patterns versus chart. Okay.
Yep. And so that's why I actually messed up on that first chart, was because I was that first lace repeat, because I was going from the chart. Yeah. So then I just decided, you know what, from now on, I'm just going to go from the written. Yeah. And that's when everything just fell into place and it worked out perfectly.
Beautiful.
Which was good, because gorgeous. I bet you most of the test knitters were going from the chart. So somebody needed to check the written.
Oh, for sure. And that's important too.
Yes.
Awesome. That's a beautiful finish.
Thank you. I'm probably going to be wearing it this weekend. And this isn't old finished, but I've never woven in the yarn, the ends.
Mm-hmm.
But my first Alaska skirt, I'm going to be taking with me camping, because this is supposed to be my outdoorsy camping skirt. So this is going to be the first time I'll get to actually put it into action. So
and that is also one of Alex's patterns.
Yes. Yep. Knits. I have a second one on the needles now. I was knitting on it last night when we were at dinner. But I can't wait. I got it. So I got to weave in the ends today and block it so that when we leave tomorrow morning, it'll be all good to go.
I hope you post some pictures of that on, because I think it's going to be super cute, like with little tights underneath and some camping boots, and that'll be really cute.
It'll be amazing and so warm. And right now, if we get up to 60 degrees this weekend here, we'll be lucky.
Seriously?
So yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's going to be 91 today.
You know, you're in that 4A climate. We're in the minus 26 climate. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my goodness. That is too funny.
So, but those are my finished objects that I have.
Awesome. I started another pair of socks. Imagine that.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. So, this is, am I going to remember to tag? Yes, I am. This is a rock and string creation.
Oh, did she change her logo? Because I
think she kind of, did something with it. Okay. She was at our Kentucky Sheep and Fiber Festival, and I'm fairly certain she's either Kentucky or Tennessee. Those two states kind of meld together as you go up.
Yeah.
So she's considered local in our area. So I got to pick up a skein of yarn from her, and she had not named the yarn at that point. In fact, I don't know if she's still named it. She's just like, I can't come up with something. So I liked the yarn. I thought it was super cute. I still have my little light bulb stitch markers. So I finished 01.
It is so beautiful.
And hopefully the colors are showing true, but this is like a tangerine orange, which is kind of speckled, a dark green teal, and almost like a berry color right in there. And it
those aren't black. Those are teal.
Yeah. Dark green.
Oh, now I see it.
There you go. And there's the like berry color and the orange.
Yeah.
And I sometimes do, like the alternating heels and toes, but I just went for it this time because the color is it's almost like a micro stripe.
Yeah.
But
I mean, so as you're holding it right now, that dark green looks black to me. And I keep on thinking like it's a party zebra.
Right?
Yeah. Or a tiger. Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, just a traditional 64 stitch, US size 1, plain vanilla sock, gusset, drop teal, and a toe. So I did that, and then I promptly cast on another one.
And what's that stitch marker?
This is pineapple upside down cake. Isn't that darling? My friend Amber, the Crafty Keller, she bought these, and we both have one, so they're so stinking cute.
It really looks like the edges of it and everything.
Oh, it does. And you know how they like poke the little textures in it? I mean, like you could, you know.
Please don't.
Right? And then I'm trying to think, other than my sock obsession at the moment, hit a rough spot in my sweater, and that was just a brain fart. I'm just going to say it like it is, because I was not thinking correctly.
My brain fart too then, because you asked me, and I thought the same thing you did.
I think we were both just so either preoccupied with whatever was happening in the moment or whatever. Both of us. I think there could have been the way it's actually written.
I think it's that.
We were not computing what needed to happen. So anyway, I did fix it finally. And this is still my very first skein of the Knit Picks Wonder Fluff in the Cosmopolitan colorway.
That's so pretty.
Guys, this stuff is so fun. So fun. And I really was worried, honestly, about the integrity of the yarn, because I thought this is going to get fuzzy and matted.
Yeah,
but because
pilly.
it has that casing around it and the fiber is blown in, I'm telling you what, it does not do that at all. And you can actually see, right? You can actually see the stitch definition on it.
Oh my gosh, that is so gorgeous.
Right? I'm so excited to wear this with like black pants in the fall or just something fun. So this is you cast on, let me see if I can get this right. So you cast on at the neckline and then you do a top down raglan and then you come back once the sweater's done, you pick up the neck stitches and then you do the big boat neck rolled over.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
I wonder why they didn't start with the.
I don't know.
Boat neck roll over
My only thought was because then this will have a little bit of sturdiness to it because of that cast on edge.
Yes. Okay. So, I got you then.
Yeah. So I did a little bit of short row shaping. It gives a little bit of, a little bit longer in the back. I've got my sleeves here. Guys, I cannot say enough good things about the Wonder Fluff. It is so much fun. And again,
hold on. Wait, hold up yours.
Oh yeah. A boom.
My glow in the dark hot pink with your glow in the dark hot pink.
It's a good color. I'm sorry.
It is.
So yes, it is very soft. It almost feels like Angora.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's that fluffy in texture, but I'm super impressed with how well this has knit. And I actually had to pull some stitches out.
Oh, really?
At some point to kind of figure things out. And the integrity of the yarn has not been compromised whatsoever. Yeah, there's the purl side on my garter stitch. I mean, you can see everything. And
now I want to knit a sweater out of that.
You need to. 6 balls of Wonder Fluff. And I am using my cubics. And I'll tell you what, as a sock knitter, going back to a size 11 needle, I feel like I am knitting with sticks over here.
Oh my gosh. Is it tiring? Because you don't usually get tired knitting.
No, I just, it's slowing me down. It's a little clunkier. It's not awful, but it's not as smooth and rhythmic as my little size ones that I can just zip through,
Yeah. And that has nothing to do with the yarn itself, but the size of the needles.
Just the size of needles, once you get used to that. But guys, 100% you need to try I will say you need to try the Wonder Fluff. I think it is so much fun. Hats, mittens, especially with like a big pom-pom on top, that little bit of halo. Oh, it's going to be gorgeous.
Yeah. And just to kind of give people a sneak little hint, we're going to have somebody that is starting to become a good friend of mine, representative from Knit Picks, come on our show soon. Yes. We're solidifying the dates now, but I was so excited that she's agreed. She was pretty nervous, and plus she's a crocheter, so she's like, do you want a crocheter on your show? And I was like,
everyone who is in the fiber arts, we love them all.
Exactly. We don't discriminate.
Yarn is yarn, folks. I don't care what you do with it. Just make something beautiful.
Yep. So I challenge you to see how far you can get on that sweater.
I'm going to
have her on. Yeah.
I'm going to. I think if I really sat down and even if I did just like that 30 minutes every day, I think I could probably finish it before we podcast again. I think so. I didn't say it's the Metropolis by Tanis Fiber Arts. So it's just a cropped sweater, big rolled turtleneck to the sleeve. So yeah, I'm excited.
You should be. That is so gorgeous. Of course, you can't exactly wear it with 90-degree weather, but
I can turn the air conditioning on and just pretend.
Oh my gosh, guys. So Jeremy told me this last night. So there's this horrible heat wave going on, right? Down south. And Jeremy saw that on the news that smart devices to control your inside temperature and stuff. A lot of people have it. Well, the companies hacked into everybody's smart home devices the other night and turned off their air conditioning and turned their temperature up to like 78 degrees without permission from anybody. I'm just like, and I told Jeremy, this is why I refuse to have like that doorbell thing that's so popular, or
I mean, each to their own, but a lock and a key still work just fine for me.
Yes, exactly. And
I may be old school in my thinking, but I had a friend the other day that actually just posted on Instagram. She's selling her Apple Watch because there is so much constant, and I'm not going to get the word right, but it's basically the electricity or the energy on our bodies at all times that it was causing her bones to actually ache in her arm. And so she said, I'm done. Oh, wow. She did. And there's a lot of people that are susceptible to that kind of electromagnetic, whatever, I don't know. Yeah. I'm old school. I don't have it on today, but I wear a traditional plain old watch. So.
Well, and see, I'm the opposite. I like forever, I've had those plain old, as you say, watches, those traditional watches, but my body magnetic field always breaks it. Like, I'm not talking like I'll smash the watch face against something, but within, okay, I'll give myself a cushion, probably 3 months at most of me having a watch, it will go crazy. Like, and I'll take it in, I'll get new, I'll try and get new batteries and everything, or have it wound up. Yeah. So I'm just like, so this is the only watch that I've had. I've had this thing for over 2 years now, and it's the only watch I've ever had that has lasted.
Well, and like I said, each to its own. You know, you guys, everyone needs to make their own choices when it comes to what they want to, you know, have or not have, or you know, all those kinds of things.
But I only use it technically. Okay, I've used it once or twice in an emergency for the phone service, but I turn off Siri on all of my Apple devices. I don't have Siri.
We don't either. It weirds me out.
Yes. Because they're listening for you at all times. And I'm like, where is all this listening going to?
Right? If you really want, Emily and I'll just start singing, and then they'll really just shut us off.
There you go. There you go. Oh, okay. Conspiracy theory stuff over with now.
Fair enough. Fair enough. What do you have that you're currently working on?
One thing and one thing only, although we have a newish segment that we will get into. But I cast on Sunday hold on, first I'll show the sweater.
Oh, this is your Knit Picks yarn.
Yes.
Yay.
So I want to keep my spot. So my summer festival sweater. Now this the garment on here is actually supposed to be yellow, but I didn't have any cyan in my printer.
It turned out purple. It's perfect.
Which matches the color that I'm knitting it. So this is by Tiki. I think that's how you say it. Tiki. Tikki. And it is such an easy knit, as in like the way she wrote it up. I keep telling myself I'm reading it wrong, and I'm making it more complicated than it is.
I do that too.
Yeah. So I'll go and I'll like scroll through all of the patterns that are already done of this and read everybody's notes, and whenever I'm thinking that it's a difficult thing, nobody says anything about it. So I'm like, okay, if nobody else is saying anything about it, Emily, you are making this too much.
Yes.
So
I've done that 100 times.
Roll yourself back. But so because I was sick, I actually, between running to the bathroom the first day and everything, I got a lot done. I split for the sleeves. I did my first, this is a cute little lace panel that goes right here on my shoulder.
That's beautiful.
And I'm knitting this out of Knit Picks High Desert in the, in the lupine colorway.
Yes.
And I'm on my second ball.
Okay, I was just going to ask you.
Yep. And okay, so I absolutely adore everything about this. The only thing that I think is going to be interesting is to see how my lace panel blocks out, because I actually think that the High Desert, I feel like I'm doing it a disservice, because I feel like it would be much better with like a cabled pattern. Because of the way, I mean, but the drape says it's still great.
Yeah.
But that could be at the gauge that I'm knitting it at.
That's
right?
true too.
But like the twist in this,
it's gorgeous.
Is amazing. And so I know I'll have extra because we discussed this. I bought yarn for this sweater pattern. I mean, I got yarn. Sorry, I didn't buy it from Knit Picks. They sent it to me.
Right.
For this pattern for my size. Well, it turns out that my gauge was such that I'm knitting the size. I don't even know if it's a medium. It's the second to the smallest size, but she's got so many sizes. I don't know if that's, and she doesn't actually label them as small, medium and stuff. Okay. She just does so this is a pretty darn size inclusive pattern.
Oh, good to know. Good to know.
Yeah. Here, let me see actually.
If I mean, from what I'm seeing, the stitch definition on that yarn is just outstanding.
It's so awesome. Oh. And so okay, hold on. Let's see. So she goes from size 32 inches all the way up. Oh, well, no. Bless you. It's only up to a 50-inch bust, but still. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sizes in there. Oh, wow. And this actually is supposed to be the type of cardigan that is, it's never meant to close.
Oh, I like those.
Yeah. And I do too. I really like those. Mm-hmm. But so I love the stitch definition. So here's just some stocking net of it.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that pretty?
Now remind me again, this is what content of yarn?
So this is I've never heard of this sheet before. It's 100% USA grown Shanico wool. So, oops. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
There.
Yep.
Is it still blurry?
What it looks like to me.
Yeah.
Well, and I venture to say, guys, I mean, as cool as Knit Picks is, if you go on their website and you pull up the yarn, they're going to have the information right on there about it. And because this is a specific specialty yarn for them, I'm sure they'll have the information on the site. So So I guess technically this week we could say we are sponsored by Knit Picks.
We are officially right now.
Officially,
yes. This episode brought to you by
Knit Picks.
Knit Picks, the letter K for Knit Picks. So I will just show you guys. So it does. It's very.
It does have a good twist.
Yeah, and this can get a little annoying when you're knitting with it, but at the same time, I don't. So see, can you see how it twists up there? That's the kind of thing that maybe if I there.
That's also going to lend to a really nice uniformed stitch because of that twist.
Yeah. And that's why I think this would be amazing for, I want to do I hate doing cables, guys, but I want to do a cabled hat when I'm done with my leftovers.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
It's a great idea, but will Emily do it? Because she really hates cabling.
Have you ever tried cabling without a cable needle?
Yeah, but I did that so long ago that I bet you I could do it now, but when I did it at the time, I just kept on losing my stitches into the garment. So
I
don't
think a good refresher.
Yes. So I'm knitting these on US size 5s.
I love it.
And it's just flying off the needles. Like I'm already almost at the point where so I'll show you the body details if I can find a picture of it.
I love it.
But I'm almost at the point where I get to do the body details.
Ooh, nice.
And then it's just flying off the needle. So my goal is to really, there it is. It was on the cover page. So that's the body details.
That's there. Super
and
cute.
It's only on one half of the garment.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So
that's going to be fun.
And I've also never done pockets before.
Oh, pockets are fun.
Yeah.
Pockets are super fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
I'm really excited. I did try it on, and even without the picking up the edges for the front placket part or whatever you want to call it, the button band, this thing is fitting me amazing.
That's
and I'm
awesome.
like, I went down 4 sizes.
Well, but again, as we've talked about multiple times over, just because it says a certain size does not mean that's what it's going to come out to based on your gauge, based on the yarn choice. I mean, there's a lot of varying factors. And so when you put that much time into a sweater.
Yeah. I'm really glad that you and I, and you helped me with that we took the time, the hours that it took to figure out how to get the correct one for me. So I can't wait to have that one done.
Yay!
So that's all I have on the needles.
Perfect. Well, I guess this week we have 2 Crafters Corners, and I am super excited. We can start by the first one, and this is I think it's a really unique product. I think it's original, and I was just kind of blown away by it. But this is a girl and her wool, and I'm going to cover her little message to us there, but there is her darling little logo. It looks like a ball of yarn. Yes, with little pigtails.
Pippi Longstocking.
Right. And so she is on her regular website, Instagram, all the social medias as the same name. And her name is Lauren. And Lauren does these darling sticker sets for your planner, for a notebook, for whatever you want to do. And okay, you go ahead and show that, Em.
No, you show the you keep talking because
you show the stickers. I went ahead and I have the Happy Planner. Oh. And so I went ahead and I was intrigued thinking, how can I fit these stickers into my regular planner? And guys, it's no joke. I mean, like I put 1/4 up here. It's probably going to be backwards for you guys. I put right here, my pattern sticker is the Metropolis by Tanis Fiber Arts.
That is
Cast
so
on
cool.
date, June 16th, needle size. And all these darling, look at the colors, the notes, or even this one. Okay, that one that you have holding up right there. Yes. So all those are little individual bar stickers that are colors. You can use them to separate. You can essentially use it for anything you want. And the cool part is you can write right on top of those stickers and it's not going to smudge, smear, anything. So I put mine in my Happy Planner, but I think the other thing that would be super fun is a blank journal. Because she has all the stickers you could possibly want to use.
Or what's that? A bullet journal. That's what I was thinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I
love this one. I'm sorry. This is my favorite.
Right.
The project highlights. Yeah.
Right. And you can see all the little things on there that she's added. She's got it by month. She's got it by singles. So the cool part is you could start it at any time. Let's say, you wanted to go to her shop and you wanted to buy. Well, great. So let's say you started in this month in June and you start that June sticker. Well, you have all the year and you could be all the way through June of next year.
Yeah. And she's thought way more of things than I ever could have thought of.
Yeah.
So my absolute favorites, I'm just going to be honest. My absolute favorites are the stash in, stash out ones.
Right?
Yeah. I love these.
Here, this one has, I don't know if you can see it with my light, like crafting goals, your whips, or just notes. But I love that these are all individual. And we're talking like, these are going to fit, guys, on a line of your journal, of your notebook. They're
but you can trim it down too, even if it was, but I don't, anything that's 5.5 by 8.5 or larger, these will definitely fit.
And she has the most darling prints. She's got them for 12 months out of the year. And she even said, if there's something you're not seeing or something you want to see, just shoot her a message. She creates all of these herself. These are not done, whatever. She creates all of these. So
my 2 styles, I've got marbled, and I would call that almost a fleur. Yeah. No, it's a vine. It's a vine and leaf. And you got that pretty flower, like wallpaper flower. That's what it reminds me of.
I've got that. And then I have this one.
Oh, that's so cute. That's like a 70s flower now. Or
right?
Is it?
Like with the teal and the peach
Yes.
and the, yeah. So
Yes.
again, guys, super huge shout out to her. Lauren does an incredible job. She thinks these all up herself, guys. This is not, you know, someone just bought stickers and put them on an Etsy shop. These are really, really well done.
And
so
it came so cutely packaged too. Simply packaged, but
very. Yeah. You're not going to be wasting your money on shipping or anything else, but hugely, guys.
It literally just comes in a little thing like this.
Exactly. Go give her a look. She also dyes yarn as well.
That's right.
Yes. I haven't had a chance to get into her yarn yet. I've got 900 other things I'm thinking about at the moment. But at the very least, guys, I would highly, highly recommend, if you're anything like Emily and I, we like paper. We like the stickers. Yeah. You know, Ravelry is great. I'm not saying that because I also keep track on Ravelry as well. But, you know, let's say you wanted to pencil in 30 minutes a day in your regular daily organizer. This is a great way to incorporate that.
I agree.
So everything all at one glance.
Yeah.
So very customizable. A+ on these. I mean, this is a girl and her wool. Very classy. Very, very classy.
We adore you. Thank you so much. And Stephanie's already put hers to work. And I don't know, because you're sitting there saying you can start anytime. And I'm sitting here feeling like I want to save these until 2022. I'm so weird.
I kind of felt that way, like, ooh, I don't know if I want to. But at the same time, I'm such that person. If I don't use it, I'm going to forget about it. So
yeah.
I like that option though. Like we said, how, okay, my month that I'm going to start is in June. Well, I still have all the stickers for all the months. So I'm not going to lose the other 6 months. It's just going to roll right around on the calendar.
And for heaven's sakes, I can order more from her to finish out 2022. I mean,
so hard not to like pick 9 different colors to order from her.
Yeah. So I think you know what? Maybe I'll just bring my planner with me this weekend. And, you know, on a quiet morning while we're
sticker it up.
Yeah. I've never actually put stickers in my planner before. This will be a new experience for me. Yeah.
I love stickers. It's a problem.
I do stickers and stamps and drawing and stuff like that in my journals, but never in my planner. And I don't know why that is now that I'm saying that out loud.
Well, I'll tell you, for me, I don't have the time to do a journal. So my planner is that entity all in one. It's my knitting, my crafting, my meal planning for the week, my gardening. I just, all in one.
Yep. And I'm one of those people, like, because I hear you, like finding the time to journal is extremely difficult. So I have to pick and choose. So I rotate out my journals throughout the week. So 2 to 3 times a week, I just do my grateful journal, which can be as short as literally listing 5 things, and like 1 or 2 words, like the sunshine or my dog, right?
Anything.
But then it could be longer because maybe I'll just talk about an experience that day that caused me to be grateful about the thing that I listed. Then I have my journal where I'm working on memorable events. So I'm always behind in that one.
You don't necessarily do 1 entry in each per week. You just pick 1.
No. So each night I say, okay, so last night I did my grateful journal. Tonight I'm going to work a little bit on my memorable events journal. Then maybe usually only 1 day a week I can find the time to do art journaling because that takes so much time.
Yeah. And you put a lot of effort into those too.
I do. And I don't share those because those
that's personal.
Yeah, it's very personal. And I'm not a great artist when it's outside of yarn. So don't
you and me both.
Yeah. And then lastly, so actually to tell you the truth, my grateful journal is my favorite journal. So if I'm feeling tired, I always gravitate to that one. But awesome. I also just do like a daily log as well. Oh, yeah. And that one I find a little bit more challenging because I find that I get so wrapped up in my emotions that I'm writing about. It gives me a headache. It's very cathartic, but
But sometimes you got to get it on paper.
Yeah.
You know?
So, yeah, I usually
awesome.
cry during that. And Jeremy's always like, what's the matter? It's like, nothing. It's just, writing my feelings.
Oh my goodness. Nothing wrong with that.
So it's all just, you guys just choose how you do it. And I have my planner too. So I do my planner first thing every morning. That's my morning journal.
Yep.
So,
but I think the idea is that these stickers, no matter what your form of journaling, marking, what have you, these are going to work for whatever you're doing.
Yeah. I seriously want to start a bullet journal now and use those.
I almost want to have it in its own journal.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm like, no, you already have 5 journals. You're not going to start a 6th, Emily.
Well, thank you, Lauren, for the inspiration. We are super excited to share these with everyone, and hopefully you guys will love them as much as we did, because they were pretty cool.
You know what? In fact, I think this would be a really, since I'll probably order my own again anyway.
Yeah. I
think this would be a really good giveaway right now for our year-long giveaway. What do you think?
A set of stickers. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my set, so we're saying it right now. This is totally off the cuff.
Yep.
So our year-long knit along, craft along, organization along kind of a thing. So this June ends the month, the 3-month period where we're organizing our patterns.
Right.
So in the comments below,
on
YouTube.
Yes.
Only on YouTube.
Yep.
Put down how your progress is going, or how you like what plans you have to start it, or how you organize.
Forms of organization. All anything that has to do with organizing your crafting, your hobby, your fiber, anything.
Yes, just put it in the comments below, and the next time we film, we'll pick somebody from the comments.
That'll be fun, because let's be honest, Emily wants a whole year's worth of stickers now.
I do.
They're awesome. They're so awesome.
I also want to share the love, and
yes, I think this is
some good love. Yeah,
I think so.
And I think it's very apropos because this helps you organize.
Yes, I agree.
And it's our year-long thing. So,
perfect.
So let's do that. Okay, so I'll put that in the prize box then.
And because one Crafter's Corner is not enough, we are going to have a second Crafter's Corner today.
And I'm going to put myself on mute so that my crinkling won't annoy you.
You're fine. So our second Crafter's Corner today comes to us from Palmer Yarn Company. Whoop, there we go. And she, as in Kimberly, has the most exquisite taste in color. And
she's brand new at it.
2020, guys. She is a brand new shop. This is unique. I was stumbled upon her page and I was so taken. The only word I can think of is elegance. Every single yarn color, her packaging, how she does her everything is just elegant. And I hope you understand that when I show you. So she is doing sock kits right now.
I just can't even.
Right?
I feel like both of ours is very Regency, like Regency England.
Yes. Mine is called Warm Breeze and Coastal, and it is so
so beautiful. It's so
What's
beautiful.
Yours called?
Mine is called Lilacs.
Oh my gosh.
I love lilacs. Like,
I do too.
The smell of them. Oh my gosh.
Well, and I love that you can, in that large skein, lilacs have so many shades.
Yes.
And she has emulated that in the dyeing of her yarn.
I mean, look at that right there.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
Yeah. Oops.
So Kimberly has monthly, every 3 months, at 6 months, and I believe a year, you get to choose the option if you want single, 3 month, 6, or a year of her sock kit.
I didn't know that. How did I miss that?
Oh my gosh. They're so pretty. And they come, you have the option of just purchasing the yarn. You have the option of also a yarn with like a charm for a stitch marker and some other little special goodies. So she really has taken the time to give you multiple options. And I'm finding that more in some of the newer dyers. They want to really give you just what you want and not over the top in that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, oh my gosh.
And yeah, and I mean, you can see that in last week's Little Beaches knits, and now this week. And so again, I mean, I just can't even. Right. Oh my gosh! Wait a minute. What about this for my bumblebee cowl instead? Oh
okay, that's totally a random thought, but that's beautiful.
Oh, I kind of want to do that now. Oh, dang it!
I think you should do that now. I think you should do that.
Okay, oh I'm trying to open this because she wrote a note to me and I can't.
Yes, she wrote a sweet little note, and of course, packaging. Tea is like knitter's currency. I don't know what it is, but it is. But everything from her graphics to her cardstock is super pretty. And on the back, she's got all the places where you can find her on Instagram, Ravelry. I have not checked out. She does show that she has a podcast listed. And I, of course, am going to go check that out after this.
Yes.
But new to dyeing, and you would never know it. I mean,
it's so funny because I actually thought that because Palmer is a town here in Alaska. It's where my dad grew up. Yes. Yeah. And I actually thought that's where she was from, but she's actually from Minnesota. So
I know. I was thrilled to find her. In fact, I sneak peeked and I showed my little teeny yarn online knitting group that I still knit with. And I showed them, I said, ladies, you need to get to her shop right now. And of course they're on their phones looking at it.
So there's nothing left for the rest of us. Is that what you're saying?
No. What I'm saying is look into her sock boxes, you guys. These are so stunning.
Yeah.
And again, elegant.
I feel like this would be something that would be worth the investment for me. Well, mainly for you, honestly, like, because you and your socks.
Yes. And honestly,
I'm a little burnt out on socks right now. I'm having a hard time with socks.
It's a sickness.
I know. And I can't even finish my wedding socks, for heaven's sakes.
Oh, I know. It's so funny. But I would highly recommend, go look at her Instagram. She's got some beautiful photos on there.
Yes, that's for sure.
And so Emily's going to try and cast these on.
I can't promise.
Nope. But we are going to get back with you guys next time we podcast so that we can share. I mean, I can already tell you like how this is going to go. It is an 80-20, 80% merino, 20% nylon. So it's got that squish factor like nobody's business. But I am so excited to see how these little pops go together.
So so just so you guys know, you get 100 grams skein. So it's 400 yards plus a 20-gram mini. I thought it was like 80 grams here and 20 here.
No, it's a generous amount of yarn. And guys, I gotta be honest with you, her prices are really, really nice. You don't feel like you're shelling out super amounts of money. Those boxes, I just keep thinking, oh my gosh, how fun would that be every month to get a surprise box with a new colorway? Because you already know her style just by seeing what we have here. Mm-hmm. And it's beautifully packaged in that brown wrap with that elegant, I'm highly considering going for like a 3-month option on her boxes to try it.
Is this crazy? Crazy?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Emily kind of likes it though.
I'm not going to say no.
I might look to see if there is a different, because now that I'm really liking the idea we just came up with for my cowl, I want to see maybe if there's a Fair Isle. Okay, maybe that's just too much. Okay, well, Emily, calm down.
She has other single skeins in her shop too. If you ever wanted to pair up another color,
I might have to do that.
Something like super rosy and light with speckles or something. Oh man.
I'm just saying, I really want to knit this blow your eyes out color here. And I want to pair it with something else. So why not this really romantic and soft with the blow your eyes out?
I'm sorry, but what is our problem with pink these days?
I don't know.
It's just pink.
We need hot pink means happiness. That's what it is.
Yes.
So
hot pink is where it's at. So anyway, guys, go ahead over to her Instagram and her shop, Palmer Yarn Company, and definitely take a look. I think you guys will be very pleased with her aesthetic. Kimberly does a fantastic job. I wish she would have come on the podcast, but she was so sweet. She said, no, it's just not for me. I don't want to be on there. And I totally respect that. But I just have this feeling that she's elegant herself, and she sips and has her tea every morning while she knits. And I could be totally fabricating this, but Kimberly, we already love you.
Yep. So she seems super, super sweet.
Yes.
Like I wasn't involved in your conversation. I just
you saw the conversation, but they were very fun.
Yeah. So it's really always weird. I tend to just back out of having it making any comments on our Between Knits and Purls like chats, because I feel like it would be confusing. Oh, this is now Emily speaking versus this is Steph speaking, and you do such a good job communicating. I'm like, why rock the boat?
Well, but you guys have to remember, Emily and I share these responsibilities. Emily does all the video, she does all the editing, she does all of this side of stuff. So I try to take care of the social media stuff so that we're sharing that together. So, but either way, if you do want to get a hold of us either collectively or together, any of those sites, we will see that. So
yeah, you do such a good job. Like,
it's
so amazing.
Sweet. You're so sweet. I just love sharing all the fun stuff.
I know. All right, I have something really funny to show.
In your tossing wool.
Yeah, in my tossing wool, I won something. I never win anything, and I didn't technically even know I was entering to win anything. I absolutely adore the Knits in Pieces channel here on YouTube. And every week now it's moved to Tuesdays, I believe, which I haven't been able to catch because I have a 12-hour work day on Tuesdays. So I haven't been able to join. Yeah. So, but when they were doing it on Sundays, I believe.
Okay.
I was joining in with their live knit together thing where Kelly and Noelle, they knit live and then you can chat with them on YouTube. Yeah.
So fun.
And I've talked to them about how they do that, and they've helped me a little bit. We would need to invest. Yeah, we would need to invest in a different program than Zoom.
The free one.
Yes, and it's a little bit pricey, and so I haven't had. So in order for us to do something like that, I'm kind of thinking we're going to need to do like Patreon, or what's that other one, or Buy Me a Coffee or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that we can invest in some of these other things to be more integrating. But anyway, so I was just on there chatting away. And the next thing I knew, Kelly had messaged me on Instagram and said, hey, you won something. And I was like, huh? Okay.
That's awesome.
So, and it took a long time to get here because they're in Canada. And my gosh, the Canada shipping is terrible.
It's one of those toss-ups. It's like, do you want to purchase it because the conversion rate is so good, or do you want to wait in the mail?
Exactly. Yeah. And that's exactly what you have to contemplate. Like, is the wait worth it? Yeah. And for a lot of dyers, honestly, it is. But
so what did you win?
This is how it came. We're going to open it together. Vacuum packed. Isn't
that is wild.
I have never seen anything like that.
So I want to know if it's going to poof back up.
All right.
Oh,
we're going to figure it out. All right, here we go.
Drum roll, please. Don't cut the yarn.
All right, here we go. Wait. Okay. As soon as I slid it open, it started poofing. Oh
my gosh.
Look at that.
What a fun
so it's an actual skein. Okay, and look at those colors and those speckles.
That's beautiful.
So this came from Ginger Snap. Oh, I've never had anything from Ginger Snap. Cool. It's her fancy base. Okay. It's dust fingering. And so I think the colorway is fancy. What do you think?
I would agree. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Very cute.
But that is very much me. Okay, well, okay, so now.
I was just going to say the pink and the purple. That is too perfect.
Okay, let's see if I remember how to.
That is too perfect. You could even make
so soft.
You could even make your second cowl out of that pink and purple.
I know, right? Right?
Oh my gosh, that's super cute.
I need to skein that up a little bit better, but there you go.
Beautiful.
So thank you, Kelly and Noelle. This is so sweet of you guys. I never win anything, so
I know.
I mean, that's a lie. In this year alone, since COVID started, I think I've won this is either the second or the third thing I've won. But cool. Prior to this,
not so good.
I can count on one hand my entire life.
Maybe you need to buy a lottery ticket this year.
I know, right? Technically, Alaska has a lottery. Just nobody ever buys into it.
Speaking of podcasts, I have been binging Nitty Bitty Sisters, Nancy and Yvonne, who are actually sisters. They are very close to where I live. So I am hoping we can meet up and maybe do a little video something and put it together. I want to say they have 7-8 episodes out right now. Oh my gosh, you guys are so sweet. And they're so
say the name again.
Nitty Bitty Sisters on YouTube. And they are, oh my gosh, they're so sweet. And they both have reached out to me. I've reached out to them. So they know that we're very close. I think we're maybe an hour apart or something like that. So we could easily meet halfway or do something like that. But I'm super excited. So take a look at their podcast. Very fun. Again, just sister talk and friends. It's really super cute. But I just wanted to say hi to Nancy and Yvonne. So
hi guys. I'm going to download because I'm not going to have cell service where I'm at. So I'm going to download before I go a couple of their episodes. Should I start from number 1, do you think, or with their latest? What do you think?
I would do the last 4.
Last 4. Okay.
Yeah, because they talk about Kentucky sheep and fiber. Which I didn't know they were there. That would have been a perfect opportunity and whatever. But hopefully we'll be getting together soon. But yeah, their podcast is super sweet.
Oh, that's so awesome. Yay! Okay, so lastly for tossing wool, I got to cover this up. I got my swap packages for Happy Everything and Merry in July. Wait, did I do that right?
Merry Everything and Happy Always in July summer swap.
Yep. So I'm not opening them until the 1st of July, but I had to show the sticker that what my Heather's put on there. So
that
she says,
so cute.
Me to you is 3,851 miles.
Gosh, wouldn't that be a fun thing to put in our group if everyone put down the distance between the two?
I think we should. This girl, Heather, she joined us last minute. Yeah. And after everybody had already been assigned. So I was a glutton and told Stephanie, I want 2 swap partners.
That's okay. Which in fact, I'm still looking for one more individual. I realize that the time frame is only 2 weeks to get the package out. But if there is someone who is interested, let me know. What it is we do mini skeins. We do 30 days in July, and then the large regular full-size skein for the 31st day of July. You package them individually, super cute, and we encourage you to use your stash. We want you to use things that are leftovers, stash, what have you. All of
no buying.
Nope. All the information is in the Ravelry group. I am looking for one more person if anyone does. If not, we'll deal with that. But guys,
I could easily. I have so much scrap yarn. I could easily take on a third one, but I'm going camping and I feel like I don't have enough time to put together.
I don't want to obligate, but if someone really is like, oh, I wish I would have gotten in on that, just message me on my Instagram, Farmsteadknits, and I'll be happy to take care of that. Or Betweenknits and Purls, whichever. Guys, it is such a fun one. And if you did miss out for this go around, we also host, correct me if I'm wrong, our 5th year
Yep.
We're going to have to do pins or cups or mugs or something. Our 5th year of 24 Days of Cheer, and it's the exact same idea where you're using your stash. You individually package up so you can't see the yarns. 24 minis, a big skein for Christmas Day. It's a hoot.
And that one's a little bit different in that we encourage you to include little somethings in that one because it's Christmas. For our summer one, just it's
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not even going to say what I included, but I included 2 little extras.
Well, we said like a sweet treat and a chapstick or, something small. So it doesn't need to be big.
I literally spent less than $10, not counting shipping, on my packages.
Yeah. And that's the idea. The one in July, we really want you to use a lot of your stash. The Christmas one, well, it's not really Christmas. 24 Days of Cheer. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's so much fun. So don't think you have missed out, but we will be doing something special. This will be our 5th year hosting this. And we are, like I said, I don't know if we're doing maybe snuggly sweatshirts to knit in or mugs, or at the very least we'll have a pin or a stitch marker or something, but we're going to blow it up big for 24 Days of Cheer.
Yeah. Okay. So I came up with this idea. So guys, okay, speaking of organization. So this week, so my office here, I share with Jeremy. It's also where all my yarn is. It's also where my clothes are because we just don't have enough room in our regular bedroom for that. But I have so much work stuff that I had piles and piles and piles of books of reference and research and everything. And I was just so overwhelmed. So I told Jeremy, we have to buy me another bookshelf. So we did. And in doing so, it meant that I got to clean up and organize my office this week, which then meant I unearthed so many project bags. I was just like, I totally forgot you existed. Not only that, so these are only projects that I have brought out of my office. I have a whole nother big basket under the chair that I'm sitting on with project bags too.
I think we need to have a whip down cowl in August.
Oh, this is heavy.
Oh my goodness.
I tried to make all the bags visible, but technically I just can't.
Yeah.
So here's the thing that we're going to do. I peeked in a few of these, but I haven't really looked in all of them to know what they are. So what we're going to do is, Stephanie, you are going to pick a bag.
Okay.
We're going to open it. We're going to discuss the project, and then I have to decide if I'm going to knit on it this week or if I'm going to frog it. There's nothing in between.
Let's go with the mushrooms because I can see it sticking out.
Mushrooms. Oh, this one. Technically, I know what this one is because it just happened to be in my office last night because I was knitting on it. But this one's easy. I'm totally going to be knitting on it because it's my second Alaska skirt.
Oh, nice. Hey, well, that was a good pick then.
Yes.
You can take that one camping, can't you?
Yep. I'm totally going to bring it camping. I'm almost done with my first 2 skeins. So I need to find out where my other 2 skeins went to because I noticed yesterday when I unearthed it to go knitting with Alex that I didn't have all the yarn in here.
Okay.
But
yay,
good choice.
That's a good one. So you're going to get that one done.
Yeah. And so we thought that, I might dip into it, but honestly, I thought we would just save this basket for every time we record.
Sounds good to me.
And I work on whatever project you pick.
Okay.
Until the next time we record. Maybe that means I even get it done.
Or you frog it.
Yes, or I have to frog it.
Okay.
Yep. And we have to decide right then on the show. Okay.
Good choice. All right.
And I have to say, I've noticed that I have too many. I'm actually going to say this: too many Amy Beth bags.
I ruined my last one.
You did what?
I had one of her sock-sized bags, and it was the one with all of the Swedish Nordic holiday Christmassy stuff on it.
Almost like the Hygge. one, I bet.
Very similar to that. Very similar. I think it was the year before that one. Anyway, I got something on it and it stained it so badly. I mean, I used every kind of stain stick I could imagine, and I ruined it. Oh, I ruined it so bad. I ruined it so bad. So I may need one of those. Sad. I know. I may need one.
I mean, I have, this is the one and only.
That's a good size one.
This is huge. This is, but they're so, this one is so expensive. I can't justify buying any more of her bags at the moment. Like,
sure.
And I unearthed so many of your bags.
Well, and it's so funny too, because I shouldn't talk. I just whip them up myself.
I know, right? And I can't stand to make project bags. I'm sorry. I just can't.
Well,
I can't.
I have another weakness, so.
So I'm going to put this in my basket with I got my sweater in this plastic. By the way, guys, at Walmart, $1.20 for these baskets.
I love it. Very cute.
This is my going camping basket.
Awesome.
So there you go. We're good.
Well, I think we have talked our ears off. What do you think?
I think so. I'm so excited. This was so much fun.
It is
and
fun.
Cathartic.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Steph, for being my bestie. You're awesome.
Thank you. And thank you for taking the time. You know, it's such a time right now where we need to spend time, whether it's virtual or not. We need to be with people, guys. And it really makes a difference in how we feel and how we outwardly act. So thank you.
And I mean, you guys don't see the first, I don't know, sometimes it's a half an hour, sometimes it's an hour that we talk before we even start recording. Yep. But like, I'm going through some pretty difficult things right now that I'm not posting about or talking about. And
but
Steph
it's necessary. It's necessary. Yeah. I'm with you.
And so Steph is, well, besides from Jeremy, Steph is the only one that knows about it. And so, you know, I really appreciate you being my sounding board and advice giver. And actually, you don't even ever give advice. You just always encourage me to do what I think is best.
I try not to.
Yeah.
Because and this is probably a whole nother tangent. I don't want to be that person in somebody else's life. I want to be your encouragement. I don't want to tell you what to do. You know, you're an intelligent woman who has a wonderful background, and you already know. I just need to be encouragement to you. So.
And have you done that? Because without your encouragement, like I remember the day after things kind of went down, I told you it was my anniversary was the day after. And I was just like, I don't want to deal with any of this. I just want to focus on that. And you were just like, Emily, I know that you want to do this, but you can't put your head in the sand, which you didn't say exactly that. But
I just said, I know you. And I know that if you don't at least try and help whatever the situation is a little bit, it's going to bother you and it's going to ruin your weekend. And sure enough, she said, you know what? I got on the phone. I took care of this, this, and this. And it was relieved enough so I could enjoy my weekend. So
yes, exactly.
Good friends, my dear. Good friends.
Yep, exactly. All right. Enough of that. Enough maudlin stuff.
Well, until next time, guys.
Remember that life happens between knits and purls.
And purls.